up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka JustTenMoreMinutes, aka the Freaking 10, back again. This time, I'd like to say it's a new band, but I went back in my channel list because the name sounded familiar, and I was like, I've already covered 2 of their songs. And this is Epica. Now, I think y'all had mentioned in one of the comments when I first started covering Sabaton, or a little bit later, that Joachim is married to the lead singer of Epica. What a talented family. So, I was like, I haven't covered them in a while. And what better way than to bring them in on kind of this Metal Monday um, and rediscover them again. And so I was looking to see what time frame I wanted to cover with them. And I didn't want something necessarily brand new. And then I saw some very, very old ones, and I didn't want to necessarily go all the way back. So I kind of split the difference. This one is from 6 years ago with, Edge of the Blade, just to reintroduce myself to them and see what I think. Again, I didn't go back and watch those. I like to keep my reactions genuine and true and not have my mind, made up when I watch something. So, with that being said, let's switch it up. Let's recheck it out. Okay, so I'm gonna stop you here. But it's interesting the contrast, right, between when I picture Sabaton and then this one, and I don't compare them in that sense, but I find with her voice, they tend to use it. I shouldn't say tend. They are using it, in my opinion, is more of what I was trying to say, is as another instrument, because her vocals are not super front and center to me, right? Like when you hear some of these bands, whether it's like Arch Enemy or I can't think of her name with Britney, or those bands, the lead vocal is like out there, right? It's very just front and center, and the music's a little in the background. You can still hear it, obviously, but the vocal is more present. Her vocal tends to within the song is, I don't want to say blending because you can still hear it, but it's not as forthcoming as you would think, right? I don't know if that makes sense as to what I'm saying, but it blends in a lot with the music, and that's not a bad thing. She's got an amazing voice. Lyrically, it's interesting when I think of Edge of the Blade, right, being sharp and things like that. Time to break through the anger, hunt down the remnants of everlasting myth, incinerating the hands that touched her graceful face in their mysterious ways. The scorching scars have left an everlasting visual trace. Now they're blinding and rewinding. So first off, when I look at a band or revisit a band, rhyme scheme, switches, all of that, right? Chorus to verse to chorus. The music is flawless. The music is beautiful, right? They did some little channel work with the guitar in the left channel. Music is amazing. Lyrically, when I look at this, yes, I don't understand necessarily what they're talking about yet. But the rhyme scheme, you got, incinerating hands that touched your graceful face and their mysterious ways. The scorching scars have left an everlasting visual trace, right? So you've got face and trace. And then I always love when bands do this. Now they're blinding and rewinding, where they kind of throw that rhyme on the same line. It rolls off so cleanly. Cherish your hunger for resentment and dismay, and then come out to play. Cascading colors, meticulously all washed away. Time for choosing, not for losing. So they did it again there. It's different. I think that's what it is, right? Because, I've listened to Nightwish and Tommy and Sabaton, Beast in Black, Alter Bridge, all of these different ones. But this one just hits different. I'm not sure why yet, but it definitely hits different. Let's keep going and see. I really like that. And when I hear this, right, and I left out a line, my apologies. Time to break through the anger, hunt down the remnants of everlasting myth, right? Um, your wish for virtual perfection seems inane, but try and you will evolve. Your paragon possessed your inner self to no avail, no more waiting, no debating. Defying the fire reviving within. Time to break through. Your walls are soaring high. They are disarranging. The surface on which we build our own lie. Don't throw your life away. Remain the same. Watch your back. Now feel the heat. You fooled the world one more time. And now that you've seen with open eyes, all of us are incomplete. It's time to break through. Your walls are soaring high. You can even try to break through the perfect state of mind. And now you break through, you'll reach beyond the sky. You should never build on the surface made of lies. Time to break through the anger, hunt down the remnants of the everlasting myth. My interpretation, right? And I don't know what perspective they wrote it from, but it makes sense now with the edge of the blade because it is, the double-edged sword. And someone realizing that everybody's imperfect and that nobody's perfect and that, everybody is incomplete. And if you realize that and you stop trying to be perfect, you really can enjoy life. That's just my personal interpretation of it. I really like that. That's going to be another rabbit hole because not only is their voice great, but when they threw in that, the lines about watch your back now feel the heat, where he's got that, kind of that scream slash growl, whatever you want to call it. You fooled the world one more time, and now that you've seen with open eyes, all of us are incomplete. That's really cool. And the mix of metal, the mix of the, the orchestraic sound, and then her vocals are just, yeah. I wonder why I never dived deeper. No clue. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Yeah, this is definitely, if there's some Epica songs you want me to react to, or you think that would really give another vision as to what they're about, you know what to do. Drop it in the comments. I always listen. Let's switch it back up. Again, when you go listen to a band again for the first time, like when I do, like I said, I look at the lyrics, the story they were telling. Story was great. The visuals, obviously, the visuals are visuals, right? It's just how the band wants to portray them. No problems there. Music was insanely good. Really, really, really enjoyed it. And I wouldn't have thought this was 6 years ago. That music still you could listen to today with no problem. And then, excuse me, the verse to chorus, chorus to verse. The switches were immaculate. I mean, they were just, those were perfection. And it doesn't necessarily shock me, because Sabaton switches are so perfect, and I would highly imagine that, her and Joachim, if this is truly, I'll say if this is truly who it was that he's married to, um, you know, have a lot in common musically. Um, man, this was really good. Really, really enjoyed this. Let me know what are some of the other epicas y'all want me to listen to if I go down that rabbit hole. That being said, that's gonna do it for this one. Y'all know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share. Y'all know all the YouTube lingo that I'm going to say to get more viewers, to get y'all to watch. Y'all know all that bullshit. I don't have to tell y'all that. But anyway, like, subscribe, and share. Y'all know who I am and what I'm about. JTMM, I'm out.